Hello, Crystal Coast and Eastern North Carolina. This is Beach Bum with the weather update, Thursday, January 9th, 2025. Thank you for joining me. And as you can tell, the talk today is the weather moving in, the possible snow, ice coming into Eastern North Carolina. We do have a winter weather advisory from tomorrow at 4 p.m. to Saturday at 10 a.m. And yes, Carteret County, you are in on this list as well, but it's going to be inland part of Carteret County. If you're on the coast, you're probably just going to see rain. With that said, let's go take a look at what the National Weather Service has to say about all this. We're going to be having increased ice amounts and decreased snow amounts. Winter storm watch issued for parts of the area. Biggest impacts will be overnight Friday. Heavier freezing rain and snow are most likely the further north and west you are. Areas included are the subject to change as the models change. And here we see that all the areas included. It stretches about almost into Newport. This model is being updated now as we speak. So, check back with the National Weather Service, or as it gets updated later, I will post it on my Facebook page. Threat levels and timing. We are going to be having a 1 and 2 threat level, which is a minor impact and moderate impact for hazard, travel, snow, ice, and definitely some black ice in some areas. On the timing, New Bern, Craven County area, we're looking from Friday afternoon at 6 p.m. to Saturday morning at 6 a.m. 12-hour stretch of possible ice and snow. Most likely going to be more ice than snow. Greenville, you're right there with us, but a little bit longer. You're going to 9 a.m. Kinston, you as well. Jacksonville, you're right there with New Bern for that 12-hour stretch. And Morehead City, well, you're looking at rain. I'm sorry. I wish I could say you're going to get some winter stuff, because I know there's a lot of you out there that would like to see it. Expected snow totals: Kinston, an inch up to an inch. Aurora, up to an inch. Maybe up to an inch in western Craven County, but at New Bern, not going to be really looking at snow. That's because we're going to be looking at ice. New Bern, about 1/10 of an inch of ice. 1/4 of an inch in Kinston. 1/4 all the way up to Greenville. Down to Jacksonville, looking at 1/10 of an inch. So, the ice is coming, and I know 1/10 of an inch don't sound like a lot, but when it comes to ice, it's not a joke. 1/10 of an inch is enough to take out power. Remember, if you have to be on the roads, which I'm going to ask y'all, everybody, if you can, please don't be on the roads. Ice and snow, take it slow. 70% of snow and ice-related injuries occur in automobiles. Leave extra space between you and the vehicle in front of you. And also, I don't know who needs to hear this, don't be brake checking people. Currently on the Crystal Coast, it is around 40 degrees. We have winds out the northwest at 17 miles an hour, gusting occasionally up to 24, and that wind is making it feel like 31. So please be bundled up if you're outside. You can get that heat going in the house. Stay warm tonight. The current radar here on the Crystal Coast and eastern North Carolina, as I said earlier, fair skies. Everything is looking nice and clear out there. Really nice day, except for the cold wind. Moving over to our digital radar, this is our 24-hour digital temperature radar for eastern North Carolina. And let's take a look at how this is going to play out for the next 24 hours. Here is 1 a.m. tonight, and as you can see, New Bern, you're at 27. Newport, you're at 25. Jacksonville, 24. Greenville, 23. Kinston, 22. So, yeah, it's going to be another cold night. Let's finish playing this out here. Here is our lows. Newport, you're looking around 23 tonight. New Bern 25, Kinston 19. If you look all the way up towards Roanoke Rapids over there to Henderson up here, we see 17 degrees. Now that's cold. We did see that a few nights ago though. Let's finish playing this out from 7 p.m. tonight to 8 p.m. tomorrow. And here's 4 p.m. We're hitting our highs. That was, well, excuse me. Here's 7 p.m. It is 36 degrees tomorrow night. 36 down there in Newport, 37 in New Bern. And that was our 24 hours. Now let's move over to our weather. And let's see what kind of weather we're going to have playing. From 7 p.m. tonight till 7 p.m. tomorrow. 10 clear skies at 1 a.m. tonight. 4 a.m. clear skies. Friday morning, 7 a.m. where you're still looking at clear skies. There's 10 a.m. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. we see some snow starting to creep onto the digital radar. There's 4 p.m. and we have snow, rain, ice moving into eastern North Carolina. If you look right here, Rocky Mount, Goldsboro, y'all are getting snow. Kenansville, ice. Down towards Wilmington, rain. Let's move to next track for the 24 hours. And here we see eastern North Carolina is getting ice, getting snow. Southern is getting rain. There's even some rain mixed in back there in Goldsboro. So yeah, we're looking at this coming. Here it comes. We're going to get it. Nothing you can do about it. Let's take a look now at our GFS air temp model for the next 7 days. I moved it backwards too far. I'm sorry. Here is today. Let's go ahead and hit the play button. Here is Friday. And as you can see, there's some cold temperatures down there. And as you can see, the cold stays with us for a little bit. There is Sunday, January 12th. There's 36. We are going to have a little bit of a warm-up Saturday, though. We'll get into that later. Now, according to this radar, as you can see here, pretty much cold at night, warmer temps during the day, some days warmer than others. Let's see if the CMC agrees with the same thing. Back that up as we just saw back there. I saw one temp on the CMC Friday night into Saturday morning. There's 14 degrees. Now, I'm not sure if that's a glitch in the model or if that's giving an accurate reading, but right now the CMC thinks a portion of eastern North Carolina is going to reach 14 degrees. I don't really kind of see that. It's possible, but I don't see it. I wouldn't even pay attention to what the numbers are reading out. Sorry about that. Alright, as I was saying before we had that little glitch right there, I wouldn't even pay attention to what the models are reading out as far as the numbers go. Just look at the cold air. Just like the GFS, the cold is here at night, gone during the day. Still cool, but not frigid temps like that. So let's move on to the GFS precipitation model. And as we can see right here, this is the snow that is out there right now. There's ice, there's rain. It is moving this way. And here it comes into western North Carolina Friday as snow. Parts of South Carolina are going to be getting some ice right down here. And there's a lot of ice back here. Now, something I want to point out. Yesterday, the CMC was kind of wanting to section North Carolina with extreme coastal being rain, central to beginning of eastern being ice, and then western being snow. And now the GFS is trying to show that as well, as you can see here. And here we are moving it off. The GFS does not show near the amount of ice and snow coming in as some other models do. So, you know, amounts are hard for these models to determine sometimes. And now, as you can see, the rest of this run from the GFS for the rest of the 7 days, clear skies for us here in North Carolina, even all the way to western North Carolina. But it's still going to be cold. Remember that, cold. Let's check out the CMC. Same thing. Here is the snow back to the southwest. Here's the ice. Here is the rain. Let's track this on out. Got some big thunderstorms trying to build right up in here. Coming through Texas. Moving on through. We are here Friday. And the snow is starting to come into western North Carolina. And here we are. The snow is here. This is early mornings, Saturday morning, and the GFS, the CMC still has us all sectioned off. It looks like the ice, though, has moved a little bit more east, and there's going to be more snow to central to the west. Honestly, guys, this is the model that I would really stick with. I know I just showed you the GFS, but when it starts getting close to the time happening, you got to find the model that's closest to what's going on in your area, and I really believe this is the one. As we can see here, as I've been stating earlier, if you're on the coast, you're going to see rain. If you can see my cursor there, if you're on the coast, you're going to see rain. Here, I would say Newport West, ice. All the way to Goldsboro. That's looking like nothing but ice. How much ice? Well, let's take a look. Freezing rain totals and sleet totals. We are looking between a tenth, according to this model, maybe even from a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Quarter of an inch is probably going to way stretching that, but I would rather give a little bit more than not say enough, because it does get a little bit darker in color as you come up in here. Raleigh area, you are definitely looking at some snow. From what this looks like, to be honest with you, you could be looking, and from what I can tell from this map, looking at the totals, you're looking between 2 to 3 inches of snow, and probably will have some ice mixed in with all that. So Yeah, this is going to be pretty much a whole statewide event unless you live on the beach. With that being said, I will post later the new updates from the National Weather Service on their tracking of this. I will keep updating my Facebook and Twitter, or X as it's now called, as time goes on. We are getting into the crunch hours to where I'm going to stay a whole lot more monitored to the situation outside. So keep checking social media, check other weather sources. Don't just listen to me. There's a whole lot of them out there that know more than I know. So until tomorrow, I'll see y'all then. And then I will be posting more stuff on Facebook and social media later. Y'all have a great night.